How to scan for winning stocks to trade on the Webull platform. What's going on, guys, and welcome on into the channel. So hopefully this video we can show you exactly the tools that you have for free with Webull that you can utilize to do a ton of your own research, to dive into stocks and to get more information so that you can pick stocks that you want to invest in, that you want to trade, that you want to short, that you want to trade options on. It doesn't matter. There could be tons of applications for what we can do here with the Webull platform. There'll be a link in the pinned comment down below as well as the description box to get signed up for Webull. The current promotion that they are doing right now, 2 free stocks and $5 in free crypto of your choosing when you sign up and deposit any amount onto the platform. That may change. That link will tell you when you click on that link what they're offering at the time when you click it. All right, so here we are inside of the market tab, okay? It's the little planet symbol that you'll see on the left-hand side. It's very similar on the app. You'll have a lot of the same information right here on the markets tab. Now, this is not the screener tab. It's not the scanner tab, okay? It is the markets tab, but I want to cover this first because it's actually very useful, okay? So we can see that right here on the desktop platform, which, by the way, we have other videos on the channel that dive through how to utilize the desktop platform, full course tutorials like explaining everything you need to know, briefly going through everything. So check that out. But right here, we have the markets tab or the markets layout, whatever you want to call it, okay? So on the left-hand side, and you could edit this if you would like to. It depends upon layouts and sizing and how you want to size things and everything. But what I have right now is a brief overview of the overall markets, the S&P, the Dow, and the NASDAQ for today. I can look at different index, kind of look at Forex, I can look at different indices across the world. Okay, we have a little news streamer right here going from Seeking Alpha, pulling from some of the news sites that we get information. For example, we have Sinclair Broadcast renews their NHL broadcast deal. Shares gained 4%. And so you can kind of see, what's moving some of these stocks and what's kind of going on across the board for the overall markets. On top of that, we have the top gainers, active stocks, and ETFs. Active stocks are really helpful to see kind of what stocks are trading the most volume today in terms of shares. Top stocks, we can see the top gainers in the after hours, top gainers the past today. We can look at the top gainers over the past month. What stocks are performing the best over the past month, past week, past day, or just past couple of minutes, past couple hours? It's helpful. Past 5 minutes is also one to look at too. So that's that tab. Top losers as well. We can look at that too. A heat map. They're kind of very similar to what FinViz offers. If you're familiar with FinViz, we have a heat map here that kind of goes through all the sectors and shows you kind of what's up. Now, today was a green day across the board. The market's been very choppy. It was actually down quite a bit yesterday, so a bounce back day, which is why everything is green, but you can kind of dive through that. More information on industries, 52-week highs, lows, near the highs. This would be a great place to start because maybe you're someone who likes to trade stocks that are near their 52-week lows. Well, I'll start right here and I'll click on near 52-week low or new low, and I'll be able to see the stocks that are down, oversold, that maybe have been missed by the market, that may be fundamentally undervalued. And these could be stocks that I might want to hold for a couple weeks. I might want to swing trade them off the bottoms, or I might want to look at as a longer term investment if this is stock that I believe, a company that I believe will grow. So that's a great place to start right here. We have a popular stocks tab and a marginable tab, so you can kind of see what stocks you're able to use margin, long or short, and what stocks are shortable. It's a great place to go. Highly would recommend you check out using these tabs before you start diving into the screener, which we're going to talk about in 1 second. And then last but not least here, the calendar. We can see what stocks have earnings coming out, dividends, reverse stock splits or stock splits, and then the IPOs, upcoming IPOs that you can even apply for to get shares ahead of time, which is a new feature that we also have a video diving deeper into how to do that here on the channel. Okay, next step here is the screener tab on the left-hand side. I'm going to click on that screener tab, and now we are loaded up with stocks. Now, I can adjust kind of how I want to view this if I would like to, if I want to kind of get rid of some things, make my symbols bigger, whatever I want to do, I could do that. But first, I'm going to go through and create a screener, okay? So I'm going to apply some filters. So there's a filters little tab right here. I might want to filter by the exchange, the region, the sector. I think sector is a great filter to have in there. I want to look at stocks that have a certain market cap. So we'll talk about what that is and how we can sort by that in just 1 second. Maybe there's a price point that I like, and maybe there is, a PE ratio or a dividend yield that I want at a minimum, and I want to have stocks that show up in my scan that fit that criteria. There's also a technical indicators one right here, which is actually really kind of cool and often overlooked, so we'll dive into that too. Okay, here's a good start. We can name this right here as, let's just say it's test like 5. I think I've done a bunch of test examples here. So let's just say it's test 5. We want United States stocks. We want stocks, let's say, are on all exchanges. Maybe we just want NASDAQ. Let's look at NASDAQ. We'll just NASDAQ, tech stocks. And we'll look at a sector right here on the NASDAQ. Let's look at the renewable energy sector. There we go, kind of a hot sector. And let's say that I am someone who likes large cap stocks. I don't want to deal with any stocks that have, let's say, under a $5 billion market cap. I'm talking about bigger companies here. I'm not talking about small companies, but maybe I do. I mean, personally, I do like to trade small caps, so maybe I would kind of want to shift this down to the smaller end, right? And change on the market cap there. So it's all up to your personal preference. It really depends upon what you like, but I'm going to kind of shift this over to the top half, go for 5 billion. We can actually just edit right here. I can come in here and go to 5 billion to the max, and then price point. I'll take any price point as long as the market cap is satisfied. So we can see that there's only a couple options here as it is, which is fine. Now, there's technical indicators that we can dive into. If let's say you had a ton of stocks on this list, these are probably going to be more useful. In this case, we have, only like 5 stocks here, so we've really kind of narrowed it down pretty well. And from here, we have tons of information across the top. A quick look at how this stock traded this past day. We got the price, percent change, dollar change, average volume, EPS, dividend yield, across the board. Tons of information that we can see. And if I even scroll across, if you actually move your mouse over to the side, you'll get more information talking about the 52-week low, 52-week highs, and of course, here's what exchange it trades on. Let's say that I want to go to something that is oversold. Let's see if I can find some. Yeah, we got some. So I click on oversold here as a technical indicator. And just like that, Sunrun is one that pops up, Plug, FSLR, and then we have SEDG. Let's take a look at some of these. If I double click on the stock, it'll pull it up into my stock layout or my stock tab right here, and it will pull up that stock. And so if we broaden things out, we can see that FSLR hit 123 and has pulled back down to roughly $100 over the past couple of weeks. And so there you go. Now also, it's showing us my screener. So I already kind of have my screener selections. I can click on right through those and see. So look at Plug. Plug pulled back pretty good the past couple of days as well, right above the 50 SMA. Let's look at Sunrun. Yeah, this is down quite a bit. It's actually, look at this. I've actually looked at the stock before in the past. I can bring my little charting tools over to the right-hand side, and we can see that Sunrun is almost entering down into this support level that has been a great bounce zone for this stock over the past year. So look at that. And then SEDG, not as much of a pullback, but this one has pulled back a good bit since all-time highs, or since its recent highs. Looks like those were all-time highs. So yeah, down here off of the highs up towards 400 almost, and now it's down towards the low 300. So there you guys have it. That is the Webull screener in a nutshell. There's a lot more you can do here. And then on the bottom, you can click on save, which will save your test or save your screener. So you can always go back to it and refer back to it. Maybe you have, very specific criteria that you have, and all you kind of do is come back every week and check on this screener. And if there's a new stock, or let's say there's no stocks, and all of a sudden a stock or two hits into those criteria, right, and falls in line, boom, then you dive into those stocks. You can research them and look more into depth, right, as to what those companies are, and go from there. One thing I also do want to pull up here is that down on the bottom of the screen. So when I pull up these stocks, now I can customize this. It really depends. So up in the top right, there'll be an add widget button. And from there, I can actually add more information. So I go to all widgets. It's going to pull this little box right up. And inside of these stocks, there's going to be kind of a tab right here. I might want to get information such as the news, such as financial statements, press releases, maybe there's some analyst price targets. This is all what I have on the bottom of the screen. So this is another great way to kind of filter through and screen through stocks, because Webull has a lot more to offer than you may think. You don't have to necessarily go out and find a million other places and pull all these resources together. It's always a good thing if you're looking for something specific, but there's probably a good chance that you have a lot of information right here on the Webull platform when it comes to these stocks that you're looking up and finding through these screeners. Then it's the next step of diving deeper, seeing what institutions may hold the stock, seeing what the company does, more information, their website, etc. That would all be there on the Webull platform. Again, that's in the widget tab under the stocks section, and then I can add these to my layout, which we have more in-depth videos going over layouts, customized layouts, going over the Webull desktop platform and the mobile platform. So hopefully you check those out if you want to learn more about that, if you're confused. If not, mess around with that. That's always there. We'll leave that link down below in the pinned comment and description box to get those 2 free stocks and $5 of free crypto, at least as of right now. That's the current promotion that Webull is running when you sign up and deposit on the platform. Take advantage of that. Consider subscribing. Check out our other videos, and we'll see you guys in a future video. Peace.